Has your family ever crossed the line with baby names? Mine did. While I was unconscious after a C-section, my mother-in-law went behind my back and legally changed my newborn daughter's name. I woke up 3 days later to a birth certificate that read Margaret instead of Aria. When I asked her why, she looked me in the eye and said, Aria is a silly, trendy name. I spared her a lifetime of mockery. My husband stood by silently. We had spent 9 months preparing everything for Aria. Her nursery was star-themed. We'd already ordered monogrammed items. I had dreamed of calling her my little star baby. Still foggy from anesthesia, I asked, how could this even happen? She smiled and said, I told them it was a mistake on the paperwork. As a retired hospital administrator and the baby's grandmother, she said the staff trusted her to handle it. That's when I realized, this wasn't impulsive. She had planned this. She researched hospital rules, befriended the records clerk, and even forged my signature on new forms she brought with her. Margaret was her mother's name, she announced proudly. It's a family name. My husband finally spoke up. You can't just. It's done, she cut in. The name is filed with the state. Aria was never a real choice. I lay there, helpless in a hospital bed, holding a child whose name I now despised. The next morning, I called the hospital administrator. I'm sorry, she said, but the forms have already been submitted to the state. Your mother-in-law provided valid ID and claimed it was an error. She forged my signature. Do you have proof? I had been unconscious. A lawyer confirmed the worst. Unless I had evidence, undoing this could cost $15,000 or more, and no guarantee of winning. We couldn't afford that with a newborn. Still, I refused to back down. I spent weeks on the phone with every office imaginable, vital records, the hospital, state agencies, anyone who'd hear me out. I told them again and again, this is my daughter's name, and I never agreed to this. Most people brushed me off. But finally, a woman at the state records office took pity on me. Sweetheart, she whispered, I've seen this before. If you can get any proof, texts, emails, bring it to me. I searched everything. Then I remembered a group text she sent after the birth. Margaret Lily Brown is here. Gave her a proper name instead of that Aria nonsense. That was it. That message was my evidence. The kind clerk helped me file an emergency petition. 3 weeks later, we were in court. My mother-in-law brought a lawyer who argued she was just correcting a mistake. The judge read her message aloud. A proper name instead of that Aria nonsense. This clearly shows intent to overrule the parent's decision, he ruled. The birth certificate will be corrected to Aria Lily Brown. Her face crumpled. But the real justice came that afternoon. My husband, who had said almost nothing through it all, finally stood up. Mom, he said quietly, you're no longer welcome in our lives. She pleaded, I just wanted. You forged my wife's signature. You violated our trust. You traumatized her when she was most vulnerable. She cried. But he was done. You don't make decisions for our family anymore. It's been 2 years. She still sends unopened birthday cards and leaves voicemails we ignore. Aria is toddling around now, giggling and saying mama and dada, completely unaware her own grandmother tried to rewrite her identity before she ever spoke. Sometimes I wonder if we were too harsh. But then I look at my daughter's face and I know, we did what we had to.